Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me. It's me again. I'm here. I'm always fucking here. How are you? Good, I assume, or bad? It doesn't matter. I hope you guys are doing good. Honestly, I really do. Hey, shit sucks. Maybe that'll change. Yeah. And, I guess we're going to talk about that tonight. How everything is going to change. Everything literally has to change. You can't pay $1.5 million for a fucking 3-bedroom house on fucking $7 an hour or some stupid bullshit like that. Obviously, the boomers got to go. The entire dynamic of government has to change. It all has to go. It all has to fucking go. And like we're in it. And it kind of sucks because we were the ones. We didn't pick this. We didn't decide to be this kind of generation. No, of course not. It was just kind of handed to us like a bill for a dinner we didn't even get to eat. And they're like, fuck you, pay. But I don't know if we're willing to pay. Are we willing to pay? I don't think so. We did for a long time. We have for a long time. But I don't know if this is going to continue. But yeah, we're going to be talking about cultural shift. When people are fucking tired of it. People are tired of being called Nazis and effeminate or, racist and misogynist and stuff like that. Just for explaining their point of view, explaining their position. So, people have stopped. People have stopped giving a shit and caring and stuff. And this is what this documentary is about tonight. So, I hope you guys enjoy it. So get comfy, get cozy. Grab a nice bottle of whatever you want. Isopropyl alcohol. If you really, or just bleach. Just a big gallon of bleach. Go ahead and chug that bad boy down. Yeah. Anyways. If you're working, keep working. And if you are driving, please continue to drive safely. And get home safely. And hit the like button. And hit the follow button. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe. And if you want to subscribe to my locals, that's always nice too. Anyways, I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk Stream, and this is called The Great Culture Shift. Enjoy.
Are changing. If you teleported someone from 10 years ago to today, their first impression would be that not much has changed. Phones got bigger, prices went higher, and GTA 6 still hasn't come out yet. But us who have actually lived through that period though, we know the truth. We know nothing is the same. A couple years ago, hip-hop was the biggest genre in the world. Now it's dead. Just yesterday, everyone was holding their tongue and staying PC. Now, nobody cares.
Now we say the N-word for fun. And, wait, nope, that didn't change. That didn't change.
Want to answer the question.
That didn't change.
What the fuck?
It's always been fun.
Happened? These are the 5 stages of a culture shift.
Stage 1. Beginning.
Welcome to the year 2014. We're here at the tail end of Obama's presidency. V-necks are cool, Instagram filters and Vine videos are at their peak.
Oh, God, I hated Vine so much. And then there was Obama. And then V-necks. V-necks, they were a thing. They were a thing for a while. Really deep V-necks. Really deep V-necks.
Got it!
My name is Jeff.
Everyone is doing the Ice Bucket Challenge, and Happy by Pharrell Williams is the biggest song on the planet.
Hated that song. Hated that garbage-ass song.
The general
And everyone stopped giving a shit about it. What was it? MLS? The Ice Bucket Challenge? What was that even about? How was that raising money for anybody? Did that do anything? Is that what another one of those worthless ass fucking fundraisers like the Walk for the Cure kind of bullshit? Susan G. Komen, where they add another 3 cents to a gallon of gas and there's a pink ribbon on my fucking gas pump? No. I mean, yeah, it probably is. But like I'm saying no, I hate that. I hate you forcing me to pay. I hate you forcing me to give to charity. I hate that. I don't even voluntarily give to charity, and I never will. I never will. I never will give to charity ever. Ever.
vibe is, well, kind of joyful.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Yeah. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
I mean, if
remember
Happy
it.
dropped today, it would flop diabolically, become a TikTok meme, and get categorized as coworker music all within a 48-hour window.
Coworker music. No, yeah, I get that. Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Things wouldn't stay like this for long, though, as behind all the corny enthusiasm
Forever says I love that song for a while. I didn't.
and the pop
I was all like, why are you rubbing it in my face, Pharrell? You know I'm not happy, you son of a bitch. You shouldn't be happy either.
sphere, change was coming.
In the
got
most
old fast.
unexpected form.
Hip-hop had at one point been a massively successful and influential genre. By the time 2014 rolled around, though, it seemed like those days were long gone. And
Yeah,
that
what
the
happened to
once
hip-hop?
giant cultural force
Is hip-hop still
was
a
on
thing?
its last.
Is hip hop still a thing? Do people? There's mumble rap. Is there mumble rap? Is mumble rap a thing? I know it's a thing, but it's like, is it an actual like genre of music? I don't know. Maybe I'm like out of fucking sorts or some bullshit. I'm not hip. I don't care. I don't care about being hip or being, I'm old. I'm an old man. I'm fine with that. I'm not, having a midlife crisis or anything like that, because for me to have a midlife crisis, that means the first half of my life should have been good. Should have been it should have been filled with joy and not as ass as it was. Not as complete ass as it was. Okay? If it wasn't just a big pile of dog shit, then when I got midlife, I'd be like, oh no, this is downhill. My life it's not, no, but I don't care. Like, if the next half of my life just isn't as bad, which, who knows? Who knows? There could be a gigantic war, and we could all be looking for oxygen canisters running from bubble city to bubble city. Honestly, it sounds better. It doesn't sound that bad. I could be living in Metro 2033, and I'd be like, okay, at least I got something going on. Rats aren't that bad. I'm having fun. I get to shoot at things. I got a lot of angst and anger built up inside of me, so I get to take that out on innocent victims. Well, innocent. No one's innocent in this post-apocalyptic world. So take bodies.
Some may have disagreed, but the charts certainly seem to point in that direction, as 2014 statistically marked the lowest presence the genre had had on there in a long time. Mainstream hip-hop was dead, and the genre needed a spark, a wave that would pull it back up to the center of everyone's attention. In another corner of society, though, that was already happening.
There is growing outrage tonight after an unarmed African-American teenager was
Oh, is this Harambe they're talking about?
shot and killed by police in the St. Louis suburb of Ferguson, Missouri.
Who fucking cares? Look, so many people get shot every single day. So many people die every single day. And you know they need to cover something up when they make a big Hufflepuff a hullabaloo, if you will, about some random teenager that got shot by the cops or shot, some 9-year-old walking home from school got shot in gang violence and stuff. Like, yeah, okay, that happens, right? You're not going to report on it unless you're trying to cover some shit up, unless you're trying to distract from something, right? You look this way, and over here, like some weird thing passes in Congress, or they make like an executive decision to fuck you in the ass every single year. And then everyone's like, oh, no, I didn't hear about that. I just heard about that one person that got shot. Again, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't. I don't. And like every time something like this pops up, I'm just like, oh, I get depressed and sad. Not because I give two hot fucking shits about George Floyd. I don't give a fuck about George Floyd. I care about what they were trying to cover up when they were blasting George Floyd all over the news.
Leading up to 2015, several disconnected examples of inequality had managed to cross over from online virality to nationwide outrage.
They're mad. I'm mad.
It's easy to trigger these people. It's easy just to be like, yo, we're going to make the black people burn down a city. We're going to ship in tons of bricks. Right? And then it's going to be in the middle of the city, even though there's no construction anywhere near. And then, ready access to like Molotov cocktails and stuff. And then we're going to say the police shot an unarmed black man on the TV. And then there you go. There you go. It's just, it's lighting a fuse. There you go. Everyone come out. It's like on cue.
We should all be mad, man. We should all be angry because of what's going on right now.
What is going on?
For games to be more inclusive. We're asking.
Oh my God. There's a fucking gamer game. Dude, you guys remember Gamergate? How like all these things had like incestuous relationships with like rating companies and shit. And who was surprised? Were you surprised? I wasn't fucking surprised. Ramsey says, I don't have hope for anyone. Yeah. I just want the I can't use that overlords to nuke us all already and get it over with. So fucking done with all this. I feel it, dude. I feel it. By the way, my mic wasn't working on Arc Raiders. I looked it up. Apparently it's a common bug since the cold snap patch. So that's why.
For games to acknowledge that we exist and that we love games.
Rem says, I hope everyone involved gets mystery cancer. Well, if you got your... I can't even say that. There's a lot... If you got your secret squirt back in 2020, then you probably will get the mystery C. I like how I have to do baby talk, right? I got to do baby talk on the internet because some group of people, blah... want me to actually like fucking tiptoe around the tulips constantly.
With the rise of social media, there was a growing feeling that everyday people now had the power to make an actual change. Nobody really knew at the time, but this was only the beginning of something much greater. In stage 1, the seed is planted, a foundational idea is shared amongst the collective. The vibes are in the air, okay? And now it's up for people to grab them and make them into something real. Most movements stop here, but every so often, they move into
Stage 2, Rise.
Seeing the stale atmosphere hip-hop's veterans had left behind, the new generation decided to try something different.
Hold up, Thug wanna play some new shit.
All right, now we're getting a mumble rap.
You could hear their music online, mainly on SoundCloud and YouTube, and every once in a while one would creep onto the radio. These so-called mumble rappers didn't take pride in their lyricism or messaging. They just put all their focus into energy, swag, and melodies. They were seen as a joke, okay?
I can't think of words anymore. That's this genre. I can't think of words anymore, so I'm just going to start making mouth sounds into the microphone. What if I did mumble streams where I just came on, I played a video for a little bit, and every once in a while, watch, I do this.
People didn't take them seriously, so they didn't see it coming. But over time, these artistic choices form into a distinctive sound.
What if I did that? I just did mumble streams, right? Where you didn't know if you were having a stroke or I was having a stroke. It'd be confusing for a lot of people. Would people show up? Yeah, people would. They would. I know people would show up and they'd be like, wow, this guy's dropping knowledge. Just pulling whatever message out of it that they want. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe this is just too much work. Am I working too hard? Is that what's going on? Am I constantly stressing myself out with it? No, I'm not. No.
Sound and aesthetic in the underground. And soon enough, with nothing happening in the
Arden Shara says, you having a stroke, John? Or you?
mainstream, these fresh ideas would begin rapidly gaining traction. By the time 2016 rolled around, SoundCloud artists were blowing up overnight.
Okay, I like the water song. It had flow. See, I'm going to stop doing shit like that. I'm going to stop making quips. Water for 2 hours. 2 fucking hours I'll do that. Honestly, it would be an impressive stream, right? I would get hundreds of dollars of donos. People would be like, he really said something this stream. And then, I guess people would share it and like it and finally goddamn subscribe. But, I don't know. I don't know if I have the skill. I don't know if I have the, what I need to do is just tons of galaxy gas. I need to just inhale like so much nitrous that where I'm just like, drooling here. That much. I need to have a brain bleed with the amount of drugs I need to administer into my body to do that. Am I willing to go that far physically for this show? Yes. Yes, I am.
All of a sudden, hip-hop is cool again. Everyone is talking about it.
I know these old hip-hop heads is big. Oh, like Joe Budden? I know you watching this shit like... Put up on your bitch, she suck my dick, and then you...
I don't, dude, like, it's not like I hate hip-hop. I don't hate hip-hop. I like some hip-hop, for sure. But when did it get so gay? When did it get so, like, ass-poundingly gay? Like, Lil Nas X and this fruit pie right here. And, like, when did it ever get... Why? Why did it get so gay? Back in, like, the 90s and stuff, back in my day, which wasn't even my day because I was a little kid in the 90s, it wasn't... Like, if you were gay, you get shot. You get murdered for that shit. But now it's, like... It's hip to be gay. At least in the rap community. Kids these days, I guess.
That's the worst freestyle I ever heard in my life. Memes, debates, and micro-trends.
Classic Sulk stream, right?
I just read about this kid who spent 15 hours saying Gucci Gang.
The new wave is coming.
I don't know why I can't run my show like that. 15 hours saying Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang, 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 Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang. Skirt! All right. I'm sorry. I felt like I was speaking in binary and just fucked it up.
And everyone can feel it too. It's 2016, the year most Gen Zers talk about. Like, it was the last time they felt happy.
Rem says being an F-slur still sucks. It's not as fun as the MSM makes it seem. I mean, yeah. Damn, dude. They do, right? With all that... they really do, man. Like, being gay is fucking gay. It's literally and figuratively gay, right? It's not cool to get AIDS and die. It's not cool to suck dick. God, I hate the future. Look, I'm talking about, like, from my point of view when I was younger. If I was like, honestly, unsarcastically, if I told myself one day I would unsarcastically say, hey guys, it's not cool to suck dick. Well, I would shit myself laughing. I would, because I had a sense of humor back then too, right? And I'd be like, no fucking way. No, oh, it kind of makes sense though. That would be my reaction as like 20-year-old John, right? Maybe even younger. I'll go, Johnny. What's up, bud? One day you're gonna have to tell people on the internet, not even in a sarcastic way, that being gay is not cool. Oh, wow.
And I'm Gen Z, and you're absolutely right. That shit was just...
AIDS is overrated. AIDS is absolutely overrated.
I'm sorry. Like, you put your Yeezys on, grab your hoverboard, go out in the street, open the Pokemon Go app. You go online, and there's like a new Vine trend.
By the way, I went down on my my one wheel on the beach pretty hard. I went directly onto my back, and I hit pretty hard.
And
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white man.
Damn Daniel, Mannequin Challenge, Running Man, Juju on that beat. No real worries, just Harambe, Killer Clowns in the 70s.
Dude, I remember Killer Clowns. I saw Killer Clowns in the wild. Out there. And, like, I didn't think it was scary. I thought it was silly. Like, some guy in his car rolled up next to me, and he had one of those Killer Clowns, and he, like, looked at me and shit like that. I didn't see why people were freaking out about it. It's like just people in clown masks or something. Maybe it's because I'm a guy, and then I'm like, I will fight you. I will fight you. I don't know. Maybe it's a chick thing again, or maybe there's just way too many pussies out there. Maybe there's way too many pussies, and that's why I have to constantly go around being like, "Yo, guys, it's not cool to suck dick. Stop." And they're all high on galaxy gas, drooling out their mouth, I hate the fucking future.
Like, compare that shit to now. All these new generations have is
6'7", 6'7".
If I fucking hear 6'7" in my house, the TV goes off. I'm not even kidding about that. I fucking hate that shit.
What you know about the dab? Young buck? The fuck? You wish you were Unk. You wish you were Unk. Back into the real world, and things are heating up.
I didn't even get the dab. The dab? I didn't even get what that was about.
Trump gets elected president, more and more people start feeling a responsibility to stand.
Oh, it's the 67. I get it. It's the 67. No, that's even dumb, dude. I don't even want to, like, make fun of it, because then I'm, like, giving it power. You know? I'm giving it power. I'm recognizing it. I'm bringing it into my reality, all right? I don't want to do that, all right? Every generation has their meme culture, I guess. I mean, the boomers have like Minions and stuff, and like Gen X has like, I don't know, Matrix or I don't know. No one gives a shit about Gen X. And the millennials have, I don't know, a bunch of stupid bullshit too. It's getting dumber. I swear to God, it's getting dumber. I mean, it was dumb with the boomers. It's still pretty fucking retarded with them. I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe we're all just fucking stupid. We're not going to make it, guys. Good. Maybe secret AIDS cancer is probably what's best for all of us. Maybe if I just hop into like a gigantic blender so like the AI can actually use my corpse as fertilizer or something to regen the world, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just jump in the meat grinder and then you can use my human paste to power your battery cells or whatever stupid idea the Matrix was about.
Stand up and finally say something. At this point in time, the outrage we saw at the start of the decade started becoming more and more frequent. As useless as that sounds, they actually made a difference. The Me Too movement exposed high-profile predators and sent a lot of them to jail. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Weinstein, and
Kevin Spacey
all get packed up. It's over.
Did Kevin Spacey even go to jail? Did Kevin Spacey go to jail?
The internet finally made people answer for their shitty past.
Colin Kaepernick sitting down, he said, to take a stand against the growing number of unarmed black men killed by police and racial injustice in general.
We just got out of a long-term relationship with a very boring but sensible person, and now we're dating a whore.
Thousands of Americans enraged by the man voted into office by millions of other Americans.
Fake hair, she's racist, she's always lying, we don't care!
You don't have an option, you have to stand up, speak up, act up!
What was that old whore's name? What was that old whore's name?
On Hollywood's biggest night,
She'd probably be like, I'm the biggest actor in the world. Maybe for like old people, but you're like 70, right? But I'm not like I'm not great at like naming actors. I'm not Pesci. Okay. Pesci's autistic or there's something wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong with Pesci, but, I don't know who the fuck that is. I've seen her in things. I can't even name a movie. The Hunger Games? I don't know. Hunger Games sucked ass.
it was activism that took center stage.
So I'm hyperventilating.
Rem says it's a shame Rogan isn't funny. Actually, he has. He did one. The last special I saw of his was actually decent. It was actually decent. But he's not really. I mean, he started as a comedian, right? And he really went on to more of a hosting role. So, but yeah, I saw a special of his where he was decent.
In a little bit, if I fall over, pick me up because I've got some things to say.
Our voices joining together in a mighty chorus that is finally saying,
Don't know who you are.
Time's up.
We put up monuments for the feminine.
Ah, this is Common. I think his name is Common.
Tell the NRA they in God's way.
As we moved closer to the end of the decade,
the one guy I get was Common. And I think it's because I saw him in a TV show, which I also can't name. I would suck at pop culture trivia. I would suck at it. I would suck hard at it. I wouldn't participate, but if I did, I would lose because I'd be like, I don't know. I don't give a shit.
those who never had a voice increasingly started banding.
Pop culture is for fucking women. What? I'm not. No, I don't know who the current people are. Do they have interesting ideas? No, they don't. No, they don't. Do they have fresh political takes? I really, really doubt that. So no.
Together and seeing the positive effects their actions could now have, thought to themselves, maybe we can actually.
Art and Shara says, I don't remember 90% of this. I was checked out before 2020. Probably way before 2020. I don't yeah, I was maybe 2016 is when I really just fell off. I was like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Mid-20s, something like that. I was in my mid-20s where I was just like, man, fuck it. Fuck it, I don't get this place. I don't get these people. Everyone kind of sucks. Not even kind of sucks. Really, really, really sucks. Really sucks so bad. So I don't care. I don't give a shit. Let's roll. That's what I did. And then I developed a pretty heavy drinking problem.
Stage 2 occurs when all those people who shared a common idea in stage 1 start linking up, connecting, and building towards a common goal. The new wave is in full effect and ascending rapidly into
Stage 3. Peak.
Stage 3 marks the peak of the movement's popularity as the average Joe comes to discover what all the fuss is about. The thing, whatever it is, then becomes increasingly commercial and accessible for mass consumption. At this point, your alcoholic uncle will bring up Thing at a family gathering.
The problem they have is that I don't give a fuck. They don't cancel me, I cancel them.
Your parents ask you about Thing.
That is a comfort. Like, when you get to a certain age, you realize that you don't care. I think I hit that age pretty early on that I didn't care. I'm not saying I'm like, oh, I'm so mature or anything like that. I think I was just broken really early. I didn't have like that light in my eyes like a young man should. You know, I didn't have that promise of a bright future or anything like that. They tried to put me in trade school many times. They're all like, you have very few options with your future. You can mop. Do you want to go to mop school? No, I don't want to go to fucking mop school. All right? Fuck you. So I was not exactly a star pupil. I was not really well received. And they insisted that I would be a homeless person pushing a shopping cart. So, but what do they know? They're fucking teachers. If they knew anything, they wouldn't be teachers, would they?
SNL makes an awkward skit on Thing.
Freeside says sulky since birth. Yeah, I came out, I'm like... Someone hand me a towel. Someone just amniotic fluid. Just like, ugh, gross.
Slightly uncomfortable and chuckle one time.
I hate this person. Can't remember his name.
Hey, who the fuck?
Is he a comedian? Is he an actor? Is he? Probably not. I mean, like, he might be an actor because that really doesn't take much. You just kind of have to know people. But, like, a comedian, you need to actually have, like, a level of talent, right? I mean, if you don't think that's the case, ask Amy Schumer, where Netflix had to change their entire rating system because she absolutely got, like, ratings bombed. She got review bombed to the dirt, right? And deservedly so. Because you can't just be related to a very powerful family and then walk on stage and expect to be good at comedy. It's hard. It takes introspection. It takes a lot of, I don't know, wit. For God's sakes, at least a little, a scrap. And they fed her as they shoved her down our throats, didn't they? Oh, she's a welcome addition to the comedy scene. Oh, her fresh takes are blah, blah, blah. Suck my ass. God damn, dude. God damn. And they're still doing it, even after she went all Ozempic, Amy, where she didn't even get better looking. She got thinner. I'll give her that. But she's still a pig-faced monster.
Fuck watches this shit.
And even though this seemed like the natural trajectory of both movements, nothing could possibly prepare.
Freeside says Steve Buscemi killed his dad at 9/11 or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah. Yep. That's a fact. You heard it here first, boys. Yeah, you heard it here first. Hard-hitting news on the Sulk stream.
People for what was about to come.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We are going to begin right now with breaking news because the World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic.
COVID just hit. Everyone's inside and scared. But I'm not gonna lie, I was happy as fuck. You're telling me I don't have to go to school and I can spend the entire day doom scrolling? Bro, sign me up.
I remember that. I remember lockdown and we don't get to go outside and stuff like that. Yay. Yay.
Viruses coming. Stop touching niggas with your hands.
This was the era of face masks, Zoom meetings, Among Us sessions, and TikTok videos.
Among Us? I never played that. I mean, I did play it, but I didn't play it like a lot.
I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
And to make matters worse, nearly a decade of protests culminated in the explosion that was the murder of George Floyd.
Freeside, I was hiking every day and hammered. Yeah, dude. I mean, alcohol sales must have spiked then, right? Everyone's just inside getting shit housed. Absolutely tanked. Why? Because why not? Why not?
Riots and protests engulfed the entire country for several months, while the issue of social justice became unavoidable and omnipresent.
The Black Lives Matter movement has unleashed a wave of protests against racism worldwide.
If you've exhausted every option of peaceful protest for decades, and the prosecution of police still hasn't changed, what would you do?
Protest is pretty fucking amazing. They seem to be dedicated to change.
So they're getting rid of the police, and things got more peaceful? Did they do that? Wasn't there like a whole wave of like defund the police and shit? Didn't that happen? Did they get defunded? Is there no police anymore?
In a way that I can't remember anything like this in my life.
The state of pop culture at this point showed us that racial awareness was mandatory, LGBTQ appreciation was necessary, and that social justice was cool.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
For what? For what? I hate celebrities. I hate celebrities so much, dude. I know that to remain celebrities, they have to bend the knee and shit and like suck the right cocks and kiss the right asses and stuff. But I hate them for that. And they're all like, I want stuff. I get you want stuff. I really do. I understand that you want stuff. But now you're going to get made fun of for the rest of your life. And if that's a good trade for you, by all means. I'm not you. You can do your thing, right? You bend the knee. You put on the cucumbas thing. I don't know what it is. And you say it's all my fault. I'm white or whatever. Get your money. Get your bag, dude. Get your bag. It's tough out there. And all you have to do is apologize for something you absolutely did not do and had nothing to do with. And you get a Lambo. That sounds like a sweet deal. Sounds like a sweet fucking deal. If somebody walked up to me and said like, yo, if you just say this line into the camera, you are an actor. If you say this line into a camera, we'll give you a house. We will give you a fucking $1 million house. What do you think about that? And if you don't, you'll never work again. Oh, okay. Okay.
Responsibility. I take responsibility.
I don't know who these people are.
For every unchecked moment.
Next, in what is possibly my second favorite story.
Powered plus protected by rainbows. #pride is what his shirt says. And it's a battery. Because he's positive. He's paused up. Is that what it means?
Netflix and Amazon Prime came together to fight homophobia.
Quote, an unnecessary...
I'm still here.
Very gay character.
Sorry you've yet to realize that every gay person is very necessary.
700,000 likes.
We love gay people too.
You know that shit's so botted. That shit's so botted. You ever see like the Krasensteins or like that the Wharf guy and shit like that who gives the lamest, weakest takes. Like the weakest takes. Like you can't even call it a lukewarm take and it'll get like 700,000 likes. Nah, man. I don't believe it. Because I look at the comments, I look at all the comments, and everyone's like, this is fucking stupid. You're a fucking retard, right? How are you going to get so many likes while every comment under that is overwhelmingly negative? Not one person's like, wow, I never thought of it like that. That's really deep. Not a single one. I mean, like, there's always retards out there for sure. For sure. And they're abundant and they keep reproducing. So, God, it's not going well.
And folks, tune into the radio.
Doom says BLM made me so much more racist. Yeah, you were like, oh, I didn't think I can get that. You did. We all did. Right? Maybe that was the plan. Maybe it's some sort of weird reverse psychology. Right? Like, okay, they're in the boardroom. They're pitching this. They're like, okay, maybe we can increase division by having a rally or an organization trying to not make people racist. If that was the play, that's a good play. that is an impressive play. I mean, right? Because, like, when Antifa came out and started smashing up stuff and said we're anti-fascist and stuff like that, you know, I really, really started to think fascism was pretty cool. I was like, okay, so if these guys are anti-fascist and I don't want to be like these fucking tool jobs, I should be a fascist? Okay. If that's the play, you got me. You got me good. You made me a racist fascist. And, like, it's not like I wasn't teetering on the idea before.
To hear the number one song in the country, Montero.
Tyrone says, I promise you BLM was a psyop. Yeah, you're probably, I mean, come on. Of course it was. You think it happened in the grassroots and fucking, who's that one the guy fucking, Soros was just like, I'm going to get on board with this. No, he obviously orchestrated the entire thing along with other super wealthy billionaire so-and-sos. Okay? Of course it was a psyop. And I don't know. Man, I don't want to be one of those people. But is everything a fucking psyop? Is anything real in my life? And it's getting worse and worse with like AI. Because now it's getting hard to tell what's a real video, what's not a real video. It's getting very good. It's getting like, look, back in 2023, it was fooling boomers and stuff. And they're like, yeah, well, some people just have 12 fingers. So, you know, that's just how it is. You know, some people randomly grow arms. Or maybe they can't see all that well. And they're like, okay, yeah, it's probably real. But now it's like even getting me sometimes. I've had fights with bots on Twitter. I'm not proud to say that. But like somebody's chimed in and be like, dude, you've been fighting with a bot. And I'm like, God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, so I mean, like, they're getting us all, and they're all whipping us up into a fervor for, like, I don't know. They're all in fucking, they're gonna kill us all. You know that, right? You guys know that. I know that. They're gonna kill us all. They don't need us. When these robots start rolling out and the AI takes over all the jobs, they're not just gonna let a bunch of fucking dickheads reap the rewards or reap the benefits. No, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill most of us. Okay. All right, fine, whatever, fine. So shit's just sucked for fucking my whole ride. And now you're going to kill me. Thanks a lot, boomers. You thank you so much. Thank you so much. Cuz they're like, "Oh, we can make our kids' lives suck and then eventually they'll get slaughtered by the millions and we'll get rich and we'll get houses that are huge and like have nice cars and stuff." That's the deal, that's the trade-off. Don't even act like it wasn't. That was the deal. Just look the other way and you'll become rich, right? You'll become rich. Just look the other way and you'll become rich. And they're like, okay, yeah, fuck them kids.
Lil Nas is gay. Oh, let me stop. Bro, what? I gotta edit that out.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, Dad, you look like you homophobic. No, I'm not homophobic.
Girl boss main leads dominated TV.
I belong to no one.
I hate girl boss. I hate girl boss. You know why? Because women emulate the things they see on TV. They're basically little mirrors. And they act like this and they're like, hey, I am empowered too and stuff like that. And then they get abortions. and then they regret that for the rest of their life. And then, yeah, and then they blame men. Then they blame men. Because they're all like, why did you let me make this decision? Or I was forced into this decision because of you. I didn't want to become an OnlyFans super millionaire. It was men's fault. I was poor, and so I spread my butthole on a camera because I was poor, which is men's fault. Okay, fine. Okay. All right, fine, whatever. And then you just get fucking tired. And then you're just tired. And then you're just fucking tired. And then what are you going to do? You're going to convince people that they're retarded? Have you ever tried to do that? Have you ever tried to convince somebody that they're retarded? That their ideas, their opinions are stupid? It doesn't work. It straight up doesn't work. They have to convince themselves. Right? And if that's how it needs to, I hope you do. But usually what happens for them to convince themselves is they have to ruin their lives. And women, a lot of the times, they'll ruin their lives and they'll still blame men. They're like, this can't be my fault. It's got to be man's fault. I've seen the movies. Women are always super badass and innocent. And so then you just die inside. And then you're like, this is hopeless. This is hopeless. And then what do? You develop a drug problem. That's what you do.
I identify as non.
Art and Shara says, yes, everything is and had always been propaganda to include all movies and shows. We are all just learning this. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Like when I was a kid, I didn't know that. I mean, like, and the boomers still don't. The boomers have no idea that the like MSNBC and Fox and CNN and stuff like that. That's programming. They don't understand. They see movies and they're all like, "This is what life is about. This is how I should act on my day to day." They have a very thin separation between reality of the world around them and the movie sphere, which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy, because it's like the kid who watches Superman and then goes on top of his roof and then tries to jump off because he thinks he can fly. It is the same mentality. It is the same mentality of that. But for some reason, since they have money, they think they're fucking geniuses. They think they're fucking geniuses, and you can't explain that they shouldn't. Please don't jump off the roof. You're going to get hurt. You can't do anything.
There's a really long history of black people not being treated fairly in this country.
Or in any country. Because, there's a lot of very good reasons. I'm just, even back in Africa, they're not knocking it out of the park with each other. They don't treat each other fairly. Right? That's kind of the problem.
Has to stop.
Quinn has done.
I know. Let's send them back.
Dysphoria.
Let's send them back. Let's go the reversed Amistad, right? The Dostema. Just rattle that out.
I will no longer allow an unchecked woman. I will no longer allow racist, hurtful words, jokes.
Shut up, gay. Shut up, you big gay homo. You big gay queer. You big dumb retard. God, I'm
Stereotypes, no matter how big.
Homo. Retard. God, I want to say it.
Or small to be uttered in my presence.
Moral purity became everything. Okay, how much do you care? How good of a person are you?
Arden Share says, turns out Africans hate Western blacks. No refunds, unfortunately. It doesn't matter. It's not about refunds. We're not looking for refunds. Right? Just drop them off. What are they going to do? Swim back? Are they going to build a boat? Are they going to engineer an airplane? No.
Those were the main questions of the COVID era. At the same time that social justice issues were reaching their zenith, hip-hop was also peaking. Coasting off the momentum of the SoundCloud wave, the entire genre had embraced the homogenous trap aesthetic. But not without reason. I mean, it worked, and it didn't stop working. It was the sound of pop charts and pop culture. Every commercial had a trap beat in the background. Labels started mass-producing industry plans to capitalize on the goldmine that mainstream rap had become.
Here's the problem. So basically, society was AI before. It was just made out of meat people, right? They could always mass produce like slop in every genre, every type of movie they wanted. They could always mass produce goods and services. There's never been a shortage of food. There's never been a shortage of housing. No, they could easily rattle off all this stuff. They just control it through laws and lobbying and bullshit like that. But now that they can do it with like silicon, right? Chips and robots and stuff. The old AI, which is us, is no longer required. No longer required.
Nav was selling 130K first week. What are we talking about? At this point, hip-hop was the biggest genre of music in the world, becoming bigger than it had ever been. Even larger-than-life pop stars were desperate to jump on the wave.
When you see the max, they stacked up like my ass, yeah. Go from the south to the booth, make it up back.
Ariana Grande had a whole era where she just spray painted her skin brown.
I'm like, bitch, that's my cookie, that's my juice, okay? Carry on.
Talked strictly in awe.
This is the Mac I'm here to talk about today, girl. Come on.
And made watered down trap music.
Make big deposits, my gloss is popping.
Kill me, get your ass in here. Come on, girl.
This is actually
Blackiana core?
Fans call it the Blackiana era. In just a couple of years' time, both of these movements had managed to conquer the world. And now, having been rewarded with great success, the founders are no longer focused on innovating. Instead, their primary goal is to maintain their status.
Doom says I can't stand mainstream culture. Is that what it's meant for, though? Because, like, mainstream culture would... Look, what mainstream culture should be is, like, a bunch of people creating stuff. And then whatever more people like better, that's what catches on. But that's not really what it is. There is a number of people, producers in Hollywood or wherever like that produce hot garbage, and then they make everybody listen to it, and they push out fake reviews saying everybody likes it, and then there's this weird effect where everyone wants to be the in-group preference, and so they also pretend they like it. And so everyone ends up liking retarded shit. over and over and over again. Everyone ends up liking retarded bullshit over and over and over again. Not because they actually like it. If they had found it in a bubble, in like a vacuum, right? And they found this show or this genre of music or this artist or something like that, they wouldn't be like, wow, a banana taped to a wall. This is really deep. No. They wouldn't be like, oh, Ariana Grande is fucking slapping. No, of course not. Of course not. But since this is pushed out and like positively reviewed bombed by like Filipinos, right? Paid Filipinos in review farms or just straight up AI now. Everyone wants to be in the group. No one wants to be outside a group. No one wants to be a pariah. I grew up a pariah. I don't give a shit. I'll be fine. You guys call me gay all day anyway. You think I give a fuck? You think I give a fuck? No. I don't care. I haven't cared in a long time. But yeah, that's just it. Everybody wants to be on the in-group. Everyone wants to be seen as popular because it's a safety thing. This is why I think most people are NPCs, right? Because they're like zebras. They all paint stripes on their bodies. They hide in a group, and then they can't be singled out, right? Nobody wants to be singled out. They want to have somebody have their back. Fuck people, honestly. People are fucking retarded, and they disappoint me every single day.
Polishing the ideas that it works so well for them.
Doom says popular by product of social contagion. Exactly, yeah.
In the past.
The Fat
Meet
King.
Drake. It's the end of 2021 and he's the biggest rapper in the world. Larger than life and in complete control of hip-hop. It hadn't always been this way though. Once upon a time, he was just an awkward, geeky kid who stuck out like a sore thumb amongst his rapper peers.
I just want to make music that people enjoy, you know?
While on radio, young Drake might have been a rising star and hitmaker.
You were in Degrassi. The Canadian show Degrassi.
Amongst the hip-hop community, he was a laughing stock.
I don't like anything about Drake. Mom, I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't. I be trying to tell his face. I don't like the way he walks. Like nothing. I don't like his haircut.
An emotional pussy who talked about women and feelings too much.
I don't like Chris D'Elia. I don't like that guy.
He's so emotional, man. When did rap become that? He'll just make a song that's just like, oh, I'm crying.
From that point on, Drake did everything in his power to dominate the rap game, secretly hoping he could change the mind of all those bullies who didn't let him in at the start of the decade. It took a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and a lot of great music. Fast forward to 2021, and Drake had gotten exactly what he was asking for. His vulnerable and emotional approach had completely changed the foundation of the rap game, and was finally accepted as normal. Drake was now not only the undisputed king of the biggest music genre in the world, but also well respected in almost every corner of its culture, even managing to convince some of his street credibility. Aubrey didn't want to change things anymore. Aubrey wanted things to stay the same. Nothing lasts forever. People always seem to forget that. Where there once was a purpose, now isn't anymore. People get cocky, arrogant, and start abusing their power just because they can.
Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? That's what I thought. No, that's what I thought.
In a figurative sense, this is the point where the victim becomes the bully, perpetuating the cycle of abuse that was responsible for the start of the movement in the first place.
I have to come to the conclusion that inherently, I Show Speed is just a piece of shit. I don't see any way someone like this can turn around and redeem themselves and be able to make up for all the disgusting shit that they've done. And
I don't know anything about I Show Speed. I know when he goes to Japan, a lot of people hand him bananas, which is pretty funny. But besides that, I know he acts like a monkey, and beats up his robot. I don't know. I don't know much about him. He makes a lot of money.
Said and influenced for people.
As a guy with a platform, I can't imagine posting anything like
I hate you. I don't know who you are at all. Never seen your face ever before in my life. This guy's face right here. He's got a platform. And it's wine o'clock. It's wine o'clock. He's got a plaque over here. I hate you. I hate you. I don't know who you are. I hate you so much. Somebody tell me this person's name. Somebody tell me this person's name so I can hate him with his name, right? So I can call out to the heavens. I hate so-and-so. I hate blah, blah, blah. I think he's a little tool, all right? I think he sucks cocks just for fun, not because he has to, but he does it for fun. Who is this person? I hate him so much.
that.
Bankrupt them. Put them out of business. Deplatform them. Like, actually take them out financially.
They feel untouchable and unbeatable, convinced that their run will last forever.
Background noise says my grandma's dog has the same haircut. As which person?
I want nothing to do with you, and I won't think twice about it, because you're...
When did everyone get so fucking gay? When did everyone get so fucking gay, dude? Is this... Look, I know this is an algorithm issue. This is an algorithm issue. Right? You think if I actually was gay, the algo would throw me a bone? Is that what you guys are trying to do? You're trying to convince the algorithm that I am gay to boost my numbers? If so, again, brilliant play. Brilliant play. It's not quite working, but brilliant play. Yeah, let's all convince the algorithm that I am a tortured gay artist that's gay and has gay sex. Okay? Algorithm, do your work. Do your magic. Okay? I'm a gay. Do your magic.
You're not worth keeping around.
This exact moment.
Mayo says the algorithm wants us all gay. I know. It's a gay ass algorithm. Why do it's Gaggle. It's Gaggle's gay algorithm.
Marks the beginning of
hey,
the
farmer.
end.
Tetrazine in the water made everyone gay. Alex Jones said so. It made the frogs gay. It probably didn't help the people though.
And now, we take a short break from our program to learn the art of performative progressivism. Brought to you by Mint Mobile.
Welcome to today's video.
Jeffrey Cotu, 1290. A lot of punchable faces, he says. Yeah, that's a thing too. Is it because they're gay that they have punchable faces? Is that like ingrained in my DNA from like millions of years of my ancestors stuffing homosexuals into lockers? Is that what that is? Is that what's coming out? Or is it just like there's a certain kind of face shape that's like, that's just like, wow, you're going to bleed tonight. Is that has to be a very deep animalistic, like protecting the community type of thing, right? This man is dangerous. He's going to fiddle our kids and stuff. We should throw him in a river. We should throw him in a very swift river from a very high ledge. It's just animalistic, right? It's like, it's there's danger here. Kill it. Kill it before it does something to you. AIDS. Doom with a 5 says, clip that.
Video clip. How to be a performative good guy. You want status, you want reputation, and you want status. Okay, so for this strat, you're gonna need 3 things, okay? Twitter account, one of these glasses, and these are...
Okay, I like what you're doing. I need glasses. That's what I need. I need gay Harry Potter ass glasses. All right, I'll be back.
They're very important, okay? Specifically this shape. It has to be this shape. It has to be this shape. These glasses say you're harmless, you care about women, and you care about social activism. The very important step for this, okay? These glasses tell people you're an intellectual. All that's left now is the third step, which is getting an internet connection. Now you're gonna wanna get yourself a Mint Mobile plan because they sponsor this video. Now remember, we're only gonna do this while it's cool and trendy. So even though you save money on the longer plans, all we really need is the 3-month one. You're the star here, okay? This is all about you. Mint Mobile runs on the largest 5G network in the country, so no matter where you go, marginalized voices can sleep well knowing that you will be there to protect them. Don't worry, okay? Mint Mobile makes switching super easy. You can do it all in a couple of minutes. Keep your contacts, your phone number, everything. Click the link below and get yourself one of their premium wireless plans that starts at only $15 a month, okay? And for a limited time, all unlimited data options are 50% off. Get it while you can.
Stage 4. Decline.
This is where we are, canceling food. Last week they canceled Uncle Ben's rice. No beans, no rice. Trump doesn't even need to build a wall.
We're now beginning week 2 of the left's all-out attack on Joe Rogan.
The liberal mob's lashing out at Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney, calling her racist after she posted photos from her mom's 60th birthday party.
As we started getting deeper into the 20s, the dominance of wokeness in the mainstream and the aggressive tactics it used in eliminating its detractors sparked massive outrage on the other side of the political aisle. There was a growing rage from those who felt left out and ironically oppressed in popular culture. Zuckerberg became a red pill frat bro at 40 years old. Elon Musk buying X and making it a safe haven for the ostracized and the canceled.
Like wokeness basically wants to make comedy illegal, which is not cool.
Podcasts become the home of anti-wokeness, with most comedians pulling in millions of views while professing their hate for the social justice movement. Along with them, their audience started rapidly moving in the opposite direction. They too would be canceled and deplatformed, but the sentiment still didn't go away. Woke culture now had an enemy, which
my wife has glasses that are like that, and I couldn't find them.
Was climbing rapidly up the ranks. Things slowly start to get ugly as stage 4 unravels.
I really think this is Drake's lowest point yet in terms of
who cares about Drake?
Level of effort. He really put almost nothing into this.
Harry Potter glasses.
People get fat, washed up, and lazy, completely losing their ability to stick together, innovate, or adapt to any new obstacles. At this point, the movement becomes so normalized in the mainstream.
I hate that guy too.
That it loses its ability to challenge. The once fresh and lively cultural movement is reduced to a cheap trend. An emblem to be worn rather than a piece of resistance that demands reflection and action. The social justice movement went from rallying people towards a common goal to pointless exercises of power over celebrities and athletes who didn't pass the moral purity test.
I don't know, because no one, look, this is obviously how they control people, but they can control people so easily through this medium. Because people don't have lives. They've taken that away from people. You can't start a family or anything like that. You can't live your life the way you see fit or anything. You're just a cog in a machine. You have to get up, you have to go to work to pay for your shitty car, and then you shit apartment, and you brush your teeth, and you go to sleep, and then you jerk off to whatever you jerk off to. I don't know, some weird cuck porn probably. And then you get back up the next day and you do the exact same thing. And then that's just your fucking life. And then in a few bits of little bit of freedom, you get to see these fucking celebrities. And then that's it. They become a huge part of people's lives because they don't have like kids or community or like a church they go to or spare time, honestly. You're so tired after the day that you have to, the best thing you can do is scroll on your phone. And then there you go. You got Little Nas X giving Satan a lap dance. And you're like, okay, if this is what's cool, all right, fine. I still want to be on the in-group.
Moral standards would only go higher and higher.
I guess. A lot of people can't handle it. There's a lot of smart people out there. There really is. There's way more stupid people, but there are a lot of smart people, and they can't handle it. They can't take it. They're either run off into like a cabin in the woods and start writing manifestos, or just drink themselves into oblivion, which are both acceptable routes. You know,
This time went by, until even the people inside the movement.
Doom says this video is really pissing me off. I'm sorry.
Couldn't live up to them anymore. At that point, the focus turned inward, and the progressive sphere started devouring itself from the inside out.
Jeff says physiognomy never lies, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, have you ever judged a book by its cover? And then, like, not like literally a book, but like a person. Have you ever judged a person by their looks? And then you've been like, well, you know what? Maybe he's not like that. And then you find out that was exactly the thing. He was exactly that thing you thought. Again. And again and again and again. There's a reason why people do this. There's a reason why this is ingrained into people's heads and stuff like that. Because it's true. Because it's efficient, right? It's efficient to be like, this guy is probably a mincing pedophile. He's got one of those skinny mustaches and stuff like that, and those crazy eyes. And, you know, he like lurks and shit a lot. And then you're like, oh, no, he's probably a good guy. That's just me, that whatever, you know. And then you're like, oh, he's got like libraries of CP. He's got like, oh, that's why I had a bunch of, you know, warning bells going off. Yeah. And that happens with everybody. Yeah.
Word to my mother, I really got the Joe Biden pinatas on deck.
Doom says, I'm headed out to commit a hate crime to balance shit out. You're going to have to commit a lot of hate crimes, dude. I'm not saying you should, but if you really want to balance some shit out, you're going to have to be like the Joker, you know?
Past COVID like it never happened. Went right back outside. Why too?
Dude, I get it. This is pissing me off too. This shit's pissing me off too. Women should not have the right to vote. They should have never had the right to vote. Ever, ever, ever. And it has not changed today.
2K aesthetic dominates everything. Baggy pants are back in style. It's a new day where virality is more important than ever. Streamers have become the new celebrities. Yego's DEFCON 3.
You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that.
Barbenheimer. Hip-hop is rapidly falling off.
Barbenheimer?
In popularity. Nobody.
You guys remember Barbenheimer? I didn't see either of them. You know, maybe I'm immune because I don't ingest a lot of this media. I haven't seen a single what are, you know, the like the Captain America movies or like the DC movies, the one where Thanos snaps. Don't even know the fucking name of the Avengers movies. I haven't seen a single Avengers movies. I haven't seen a single Avengers movie in my life. Not a single one. Not once. Not once. And the whole country's talking about it. Haven't seen one. Maybe that makes me immune. Like it just doesn't pass into my brain. Right? Because I just don't bother. I don't care for it. I'm just like, I don't care about that. Why would I care about it's a bunch of bright colors and movement on a screen. It's not even a good story. I would imagine, right? They're made for Chinese audiences. It has to be very simplistic. It can't deal with like very deep plot, you know, devices. And it has to be acceptable worldwide. I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch it. All right? It has no bearing on me. I don't care for shit like that. No. Just says, I never watch any of the goy slop either. That's what it is. It's goy slop. It's goy slop. It's your fucking. It's like the little biscuit they give you on a Delta flight, right? Because you can't have nuts anymore. You can't have a bag of nuts, so they give you like a little soy block, and you nibble on it, and you're like, this is awful. This is terrible, and I'm expected to eat this. Yeah, you are. It's probably made out of fucking crickets or something. Just eat it. Shut up. We're all on Snowpiercer. We are all on that fucking train traveling around the world at super fast speeds, and we're all eating the fucking bricks, the cricket bricks. It just looks a little nicer, but it won't forever. Eventually, we're going to be on that train, scooping stuff up. I have seen Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer was actually decent.
Knows what to do. How do you stop stage 4 from happening? Well, the answer is simple. You don't. There's really only one thing you can do at this point.
Oh, I hope I have so much stage 4. I hope I'm stage 4 as fuck, dude. I got it. I got the stage 4. It's riddled. I got it in my lungs. It's in my bones. It's in my brain. I got it all. Give me that stage 4.
Speed up the inevitable. For most rap fans, Kendrick Lamar was always everything Drake couldn't be. He was hailed as hip-hop's golden child right at the start of his mainstream run, quickly becoming the critic and fan favorite.
This is good hip-hop. This is positive hip-hop. This is the kind of hip-hop that we need, that's commenting on social issues.
It was the one section of the audience Drake could never win over, despite trying his hardest. See, unlike Aubrey, Kendrick's main strength wasn't getting on the radio. It was creating meticulous masterpieces, timeless bodies of work which set him apart from the rest of the rap game. He was the one people counted on to lead hip-hop into a brighter tomorrow. Even as the SoundCloud wave hit and melodic trap took over, he adapted, wrestling
Mulatto trap? Is that no?
The Drake for the throne of hip-hop well into the 2010s.
Drake's half Jewish, by the way.
But then he disappeared, and that allowed Drake to take the reins and lead the way as hip-hop's #1. Fast forward to 2023, and Drake is scoring his 14th #1 album, while
I'm sure none of them are good. Does anybody like Drake? Again, I couldn't tell you if I like him or not, because I don't know any of his songs. Does anybody like Drake?
Genre is in a free fall, deteriorating into a dark pit of pathetic gimmicks.
I'll just go ahead and say no for you guys. Say no, okay.
And desperate trend chasers. Fans were increasingly unhappy, but the mainstream was still eating it up. Truthfully, this corrosive climate suited Drake. As the biggest rapper in the world and a notorious trend chaser himself, he stood only to gain from the lack of quality and depth the average listener had become accustomed to. Things couldn't go on this way. Something had to be done, and the Golden Child knew exactly what that was.
The king is back! Oh shit! He's rapping!
Hold on, I'm looking for something.
What the fuck the big 3? Nigga, it's just big me. Little
Seriously, Kendrick? Wow.
It's a lot of goofies with a check.
Kendrick's the best. Kendrick's the best rapper. Kendrick is I've always said Kendrick's my favorite.
Bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it.
I'm literally uploading Drake's diss right now. How do you have a response up before this even uploaded?
I'm looking for an Asian rapper that I remember being pretty good, actually.
Kendrick, chill!
And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck that.
Wait, I can't take this. It's just too much.
Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in. Cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery.
A rebellion, an uprising, led to one of the biggest cultural events of the 2020s.
Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1.
A rap battle in which Kendrick Lamar destroyed Drake, slaying the flag bearer.
Here, this is like an Asian rapper I thought was pretty good. I like his nerdy aesthetic. Uh-huh.
12 in the morning, pop shells for a living and berry gon' smell blood trail.
He actually has got some flow to it.
When I hit him, every time I see a pig, I don't hesitate to kill him. Ain't nobody give a fuck about a rule. Either get diplomas or a tool. I'm a cool with my youngest no boo. When I spring in this cage, you fuckers fucking gang affiliated with nothing but my name, man. I don't give a fuck about
It's funny watching an Asian rap. But he's got flow. He really does.
I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking hoe. I'ma pull up with that stick and hit your motherfucking dough. Yeah. People be starving and people be killing for food with that crack and that spoon. But the wish motherfuckers they stay eating good, dropping waste, living good. Holding stick glocks, but you been a bitch, sucking thick cock, fucking grip walk, hit a strip like in Bangkok.
Hey, man.
See me ever trip by the little brat. See me on the TV screaming, bitch, you a damn fraud. And you don't.
Okay, I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get hit for fucking bullshit.
Of late stage commercial trap and finally saying what the culture was feeling out loud. Enough with the hollow, lazy, and unoriginal.
I mean, that fucking guy, that fucking Asian guy is better than any of these. But you don't hear about him. You don't hear about like Pete and Baz and stuff like that. No, you hear about fucking Drake, who sucks.
Music that's creative, deep, and inspired. Everybody had their fun, but now the party is over, and it's time for something real.
If you say you're voting for Trump, suddenly you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, you're...
I hate this guy too. This is a video... That guy. This is a video filled with people I hate. And I didn't know I hated so much. I didn't know I was so filled with hate. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know I was like angsty and angry and stuff and filled with hate? Did you guys know this? No one told me? No one told me about that. No one said, hey, John, you need therapy. Okay, that's a lie. A lot of people have told me I need therapy.
Garbage. Enough.
They just want no.
But fuck you.
Trump, no matter what, and they're willing to gaslight themselves.
Hey, so remember all those anti-woke guys from earlier in the video? Yeah, they didn't go away. As a matter of fact, they only multiplied and grew stronger as the public sentiment shifted further and
The establishment has lost its mind.
Away from social progressivism. It wasn't just a fleeting feeling. It was a burning hatred towards the status quo.
Farmer says, I hate Portnoy too. Fuck therapy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what's he? He's like 5 feet tall and he eats pizza. I don't watch a lot of him, but the shit I've seen about him makes me mad. I'm like, wow. You piss me off too.
Well,
you piss me off too.
Change. A fire had been started.
Shiva says therapy is gay, and I've been to therapy. I've done therapy. And, like, I've liked some of my therapists. Like, I've liked them as people. I mean, like, my last therapist was a nice guy. But it devolved into me. I felt like I was just there to entertain his ass. And he liked me. He laughed at jokes and stuff like that. But I'm like, am I really paying you just to fucking crack jokes at you? Is that what's going on here? Because I am not making any sort of progress here, sir. Nice guy, though. Honestly, a very nice guy. But I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm not going to fucking do that. So now I do this. Now I complain on the internet in front of a bunch of people, which is honestly not the greatest idea. It's damning. It's damning evidence. This is all evidence that I'm just putting out there, and I'm not taking it down. I'm not erasing it or anything. Somebody's going to look back at all of this and be like, okay, there was signs. There was signs.
And no one was putting it out.
It is now official.
They can't starve you. Says therapy is a farce. It's all predicated on the idea that the therapist is a level-minded person. Oh, and anybody that goes into psychology usually is not. anybody who goes into psychology is usually doing it to find out what's wrong with themselves. I've seen a lot of chicks go into psychology. And I'm like, you're going to be like a therapist? You're going to be like a psychologist? Because you're like the craziest bitch I know. No, they're not doing that. They're trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with them. And they won't. They won't. They're still going to be crazy. They're still crazy to this day.
CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any.
47th president of the United States. The former president's
Farmer says the people I went to school with that went into psychology were all fucked up people. Yep. It's clockwork, man. It's clockwork. You go into psychology, and they're fucking weird. They're weird people. I'm going into psychology and shit like that. Yeah. If you have kids, you're going to fuck those kids up. You're going to fuck them bad. Fuck them up bad. Because not only are you crazy, but you're also going to be a psychologist, should you make it that far. And then you're going to weaponize that knowledge of psychology against your own children. The children of psychologists are nuts. Look at Jordan Peterson's daughter. She fucked one of the Tates. She's all addicted to drugs as well as Jordan Peterson. No. Ben says, I was an RN with a neuropsych, John. Most are cray-cray, including me, or I'm cured now. I don't believe you. I believe the first part. I don't believe you're cured now. Is this show curing you? It's just say yes. Say yes. This show is curing you, and it's done wonders for your psyche, and your life is better because of the Sulk cult. And I'll post it. It'll be like a review, right? It's a testimonial. It'll get other psychopaths to follow me.
I'm going to admit I am a little surprised that...
Another gay, dude. Where you no chin? No chin.
They won so much.
It was finally official.
Ben says, you guys help me. Best group therapy. That's what we're here for. If you went to school for psychology, come to the Sulk stream, and we're going to bully you for it. We're going to bully you, and we're going to call each other gay, and then when we leave, then we'll be better off. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know. I'm not a doctor of anything. I never will be.
Stage 5.
I'm not educated. I'm not book learned. I'm stupid because I didn't go to college. I didn't even graduate high school. I got a GED. But they say that's the same. But is it? Is it? Because at a certain point I was like, fuck this. Fuck this noise. I was 16. I was like, fuck this noise. I'm not going to go to college. Because I recognize, look, I had a brain enough to recognize what that meant, okay? And I was like, no. And being in high school wasn't doing me any favors. It was not doing me any favors. So I fucking took the thing and I left. And it was probably the best decision I've ever made. It was at least a top 5 good decision. In my eyes. In my eyes. Dr. E-Bike, they call me.
And that's it.
Dr. E-Bike, that's right.
It was just announced for the first time in 35 years. Hip-hop spent an entire week without a single song in the top 40 of the charts. The biggest trap releases of the year have all flopped diabolically, and even the average Joes are bored at this point.
Rap is a gay E-Bike degree? It's not gay specifically. It's not gender studies or gay, gay studies. I'm sure they have that as a course. I'm sure they have gay history and or gay mechanics, like the mechanics of being gay. Penis goes in the asshole. Kind of gay mechanics. Gay theory. Gay theory, right? Advanced gay theory. What is AIDS? That's gay philosophy. I mean, there's probably entire gay schools, right? Gay schools of thought. This is a weird show. The Sulk stream, I mean. This is a weird show.
Outplayed, bro. It's talking about
gay schools of thought. Right? There's a lot of gay subjects out there.
The same topics, like every single
17
time.
bodies last night. I'm all in the head. Ain't nobody catching. Okay, I hope you get caught soon, my brother.
We know that your body's T. We know that you have good poom poom. We know that you
Stop playing rap for the most part, and honestly, I've come to realize it's probably the worst genre there is. Like our
Stage 5 is where the movement becomes culturally irrelevant and a complete non-factor in the mainstream.
16 says, yeah, dude, I dropped out of high school, went to an adult high school, and graduated in 6 days. 6 days! And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought wasting my motherfucking time. Now it's time to go to work. 6 days. 6 days. I mean, it's obviously just a babysitting thing, right? If you can fucking knock it out in 6 days, there's no reason for high school besides they're just trying to keep you, or it's really about indoctrination, right? They're trying to make you gay. They're trying to make you gay. They're trying to make you liberal. They're trying to make you a fucking... I've said this a lot. I'll say it again. The public education system is a weapon against American youth.
Those from the movement may still try to recapture an old flame, a moment that got lost in time, but the people have already moved on. The old moves don't work anymore, the shots aren't falling, and the crowd is as quiet as a church mouse. The power has been completely stripped from its previous holders and put into the hands of people who were made to feel silenced, mocked, and left out.
Yep, finished a year worth of school in 6 days, class of 2015. Nice. Nice. I mean, yeah, even that was probably, you probably dicked around a lot. There was nothing going on in high school. I don't remember a thing I remembered from high school. I remember a thing. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't want to be there. They forced me by law to be there, right? They forced me by law to be there. If I didn't go there, I would go to jail. I would be arrested and I would go to jail. So obviously I knew if it was this or prison, obviously this wasn't going to be benefiting me. Right? That's not what they do. If something benefits you, they're not going to force you to do it. COVID vaccine. Excuse me.
Before. The culture is theirs to shape now.
The liberal mob's lashing out at Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney, calling her rape.
I have an itch in my throat, right? I have an itch in my throat. But that's absolutely correct. If something is going to benefit you, they're not going to force you to do it. Obviously not.
After she posted photos from her mom's 60th birthday party.
You know who it benefits? It benefits them. Of course it benefits them. The entire system is set up to make little worker drones and shit like that, to make obedient people. Why do you think the valedictorian is always female? I've never been to a high school graduation with a male valedictorian. Never.
My jeans are cool.
Sydney Sweeney has great jeans.
She's got nice tits, too.
People shouldn't joke about genetic superiority.
Says this chick. Oh, yeah. Oh, everybody, let's let the woman tell us what we should and should not joke about. They are the kings of humor. They really understand humor on a very deep level. They understand what is funny. Let's all listen to the women, especially the ugly women, because they all make us laugh.
To our talking message, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear it.
Miss Tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back.
There is a cultural shift happening in the US. We're seeing a move away, even in these commercials that are so typically woke.
The zeitgeist showed it wasn't cool to be progressive or liberal anymore.
When you're walking down the street late at night, guess what you're looking for? Black people.
He's not wrong. That's not a wrong. No, he's not wrong at all. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
And you equate that with danger.
Another human I would just deport immediately.
We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood.
Platforms no longer care about political.
Shimo says women aren't funny. No, they are, but they just, I mean, like, I'll give you an example of so at my wedding, like a reception kind of thing, a girl got so drunk she walked into a sliding glass door, and I laughed a lot. So I watched it. It's not like I watched it happen. Ka-doom. It made that sound. Doom. She fell over. It was funny.
Correctness.
So don't you dare say women aren't funny. They have made me laugh. They have made me laugh.
Corporations no longer celebrate Pride Month.
Google, no change. IBM, no change. Microsoft, no change.
Or any month, for that matter. It's like they never cared about anything. Wow. Interesting.
Even Starbucks roached out on the gays?
Country is
even Starbucks. That's like the gayest place to be gay.
Taken over as the most popular genre of music.
You have been the light of the day. You are such a gift. You brought such light.
Look around.
I hate these people. I hate these two. I hate this one more, the black one, because I think she's like a legit demon witch. I think she's like a legit demon witch.
Everything is a byproduct of what came before it.
Shibo says funny to laugh at.
Overbearing need for social responsibility and pure morals of years past has now been replaced by a culture ready to eat up whatever seems authentic, no matter how shitty at its core. When something feels too clean, people crave mess. When everything's ironic,
He looks at home.
sincerity starts to look rebellious. Every era gives us ideas and moments that
You know what he should do with that Grammy? Is just huck it into the crowd. Just really put some arm behind it and huck it into maybe like a wedding bouquet and just throw it up behind his head. Because that thing's probably got some heft to it, right? And everybody in that crowd probably sucks. So you're not doing a bad thing. Somebody's going to get a corner of that statue right there, right? Will it kill them? There is a chance, right? You would be a hero. And that's exactly what Will Smith thought he was doing when he walked up and smacked Chris Rock across the mouth. He thought he'd be respected and, maybe his wife would love him, but she never did. But if you went and won a Grammy and then just turned around and went, yay, into the crowd, I would get up and I would applause. I would applaud. Hit Ariana Grande right in the fucking head, right? And then she's bleeding and stuff like that. Then I would be like, yeah, okay. Shit's going to be okay. Shit's going to be all right.
Change the world is moving. Then we move on. The social justice movement didn't vanish, it dissolved.
Freeside says, my wife can be funny. She tried to make an account on a knitting app and tried to make her name Mynita. My Nita. Maybe you should have her walk into like a sliding glass door.
It was absorbed into the culture.
Because that'll make me laugh. I'm just,
the language changed.
My Nita is an attempt. That's an attempt. Let me see if I can think of one.
The expectations changed and the boundaries moved. And once that happens, it stops feeling like a movement at all and just becomes the new normal. The past decade of hip-hop has been liberating. The genre doesn't take itself nearly as seriously anymore. The gender norms have been...
sharing needlepoint. Moon crochet. I don't know a lot of knitting terms.
Broken, and artists are free to...
That's admittedly tough.
Bend their voices, their images, and their identities however they want.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. John's bisexual one wheel says... Okay. Hey, John, what are you and e-bike up to tonight? I fell on that one wheel, and it's a very tiny, but like I fell right on my back. I was on the beach and I fell, and it hurt, but I'm fine. Thanks for asking. You don't give a shit.
The demand for change has been met.
Freeset says moon crochet is good.
The movement has served its purpose. Death is inevitable. Death is healthy. Nothing, no sound, no movement, no era can or should stay mainstream forever. Now that the people have made their money and the vultures have moved on, it's time for a reset. It's time to go back underground and come up with something new. The Kendrick Drake beef wasn't just a rap moment. It was a reminder. Culture changes.
Freeside says, I asked her if she knew 13% of knitters make over 50% of the scarves. That's an interesting statistic. That's wow.
When someone chooses to change.
That's an interesting statistic.
When people stand up and decide the old rules.
John's bisexual one will says, don't worry, you know I got you. Always. Always.
Don't apply anymore. Every era ends the same way, with a spark, a fracture, a moment no one saw coming. And maybe, just maybe, we're closer to that moment than we think.
I don't believe you, John's bisexual one will. I don't believe you. Anyways, that's the end of that. I hate Adam Conover. We got 15 minutes though, so we got to pick something. Somebody want to send me something? Okay, we can do radicalization.
On the surface, Gen Z looks
doesn't matter. I thought that would honestly take up the whole show, but we still have 15 minutes.
Just like any other generation before them, sort of. But beneath their external appearances are some of the most extreme ideologies the world has ever seen. Take a look at this guy. He goes by the name Clavicular online.
Is he gay? Nah, I don't think he's gay.
Fine. Seems like a normal dude, right? But if you watch even 30 seconds of one of his videos, he will start using words that, to maybe 80% of people who speak English, seem completely made up.
So we take a look and we've got a lot of rosacea, just showing you a basic way to improve by 1 to 2 PSL, because these two
Okay, I know what rosacea means. It's the pinkness of their skin.
These two softmaxes can go a long way. You know, with the lack of facial angularity, it's causing me to have an overly wide perceived facial width to height ratio.
Clavicular is part of a group of people called looksmaxers who first spawned on internet forums.
This is Gen Z, and you know what this reminds me of is you know the Mouse Utopia experiment? You guys have heard of that. I'm sure you have. So when too many mice started spawning in this little Mouse Utopia thing, a lot of them ended up just grooming themselves, right? A lot of them just ended up grooming themselves for no particular reason, and then they just kept doing that, right? They weren't looking to mate or anything. They just started grooming themselves to like a manic level, and I think that's what is going on here. I think it's some sort of like a psychosis is going on, where he's like just so obsessed with his appearance and his groomed level that he can't focus on anything else. It's not that he's getting laid because of it. It's just he's hyper focused on his looks. And that's insane. That's insane.
Looks maxers are obsessed with doing anything and everything they can to maximize what they call their PSL and SMV, their personal look scale and sexual market value.
Sure, but that does not mean they get laid. They're not looking to get laid. That's not their goal. Their goal is not to get laid. Their goal is to look like they get laid. Look attractive, right? Looking attractive, especially from like looking attractive and getting laid are two different things. A man can be attractive and not get laid. That's definitely possible. It's not common, but it's definitely possible.
Respectively. They believe that the only thing that determines basically all areas of success in your life is your looks. And to...
For a woman, yes. For a man, no.
Not obsess over your look.
Look, I mean, being an attractive man, being a good-looking man is helpful, but it's not... I mean, look at Danny DeVito, for God's sakes. You think he's good-looking? No, but he's got millions of dollars. Come on, man. Come on.
Looks is doing yourself a massive...
Jeff says gay.
...of disservice.
It is gay. That's gay. It's fucking gay. You spend all day looking in the mirror. All day? You know how often I look in the mirror? Because I don't. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like look in the mirror unless I think I have something on my face.
You value hard work at all?
I look at myself on this, right? I see myself right now. I have a monitor and I'm looking at myself, but that's really more of that's a show thing. That's not really about vanity. I don't want to make sure I look decently presentable.
No, absolutely not.
And I'm sure you guys are going to call me gay for that, but I don't care.
I value efficient work. I value smart work, hard work.
This guy admitted to smoking meth to stay fit. Well, at least he's out there. He's like, okay, I respect that. I can respect that. He's like, this isn't good for me, but it's going to keep me handsome. So he's like, I got to smoke a little meth. Dedication. I like that. I like that dedication.
It's a ridiculous concept.
In order to optimize his looks maxing, Clavicular has been injecting testosterone since the age of 14, and he plans on...
14? 14 is too young.
...flying to Turkey soon for a double jaw surgery. According to online sources, he's only 19 years old. And
that's sad. That means he's fucking crazy. He's gonna look like the Bog twins, the Bogginos, whatever. Bogava. Those two guys with the plastic surgery, he's gonna end up looking like that.
And yet he has adopted what I think most people would consider a very radicalized view of the world. Subgroups of different extremist ideologies like looks maxing are not uncommon these days. Now we have groypers, a term used to identify followers or...
That guy's gonna off himself? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't, that would be if he doesn't, he's going to become a monster. He's going to become a monster, and he's going to look back at pictures when he wasn't a monster, and he's going to feel terrible and then put a gun in his mouth. That's just a theory. Again, a gay theory. How about that?
They're fans of white nationalist and live streamer Nick Fuentes. On the left side, we have Antifa, or anarcho-communists, or tankies glorifying authoritarian communist regimes. We have black pillars holding similar beliefs to looks maxers in regards to the fact that the only
purity women. Okay, purity looks. All right, I like this scale. So the x-axis is purity or looks, and the y-axis is purity, and so this is right here. That's okay, hold on. Oops.
That matters is looks.
Wrong. So I gotta slide. Whatever. Fuck it. It's over here is the good, and over here is the bad. Actually, right here is the bad. Right. Bango. Can you see my mouse cursor? No, it's white. Fuck it.
While extending their beliefs outside of the looks realm to an all-encompassing doomeristic view.
Gotta look good for the groomers. Yeah. I look in the mirror every time I take a piss because my mirror is so big, it's unavoidable. Do you put a mirror on your toilet tank or like on the lid of your fucking, like on the lid? So like you lift it up and then you looking right. So you look under the balls. It's easier to look under the balls. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a mirror on the underside of my toilet lid. So when I look up, I get a full shot of my junk. A full junk shot. That's not crazy. And when I have guests over and they lift it up, they're going to be like, oh, I wonder why he has that. I'm going to do that. That is a hilarious idea. Just because I know like the mental, like the thoughts that are going to be going through people in my house. They're going to lift it up, see a mirror. They might walk out and be like, why do you have a mirror on the other underside of your toilet lid? And I'd be like, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you have a martini. I'm glad you asked. Well, I like getting full shots of my junk.
Of the world. We have hyper-masculine traditionalists and trad wives who think we should repeal the 19th Amendment, and hyper-feminists who think men are the source of all evil. When you scroll through the trenches of social media, Reddit, or underground internet forums, your first instinct might be to ask, how could anyone seriously think like this? But if you understood the world much of Gen Z inhabits, and how that world compares to the history of past generations of radicalized youth, this would not surprise you at all. So today, I want to talk a little bit about that history. I want to explain to you why the youth have always radicalized during moments like these, how that radicalization has adapted to the internet era, and offer a way toward maybe, just maybe, not necessarily compassion, but at the very least understanding. And then we can talk about what it would actually take to pull ourselves out of this. In order to understand Gen Z's radicalization, we need to look at its contributing factors. It's not enough to just throw up our hands and say, wow, these people are so out of touch and stupid, as true as that might seem in some cases. We need to ask, what kind of world produces young people who think this way?
A shitty one, a shit one, where they have no future, they have no reason to live. All art is gay. The architecture around the city looks ugly. They're constantly a nuisance. They're not like lifted up in any way. They want to die. Always, even since they were young kids. I don't think I need to keep going.
Switching the framing like that can provide us with a perspective that might help cool our anger towards these groups' harmful or hateful beliefs, while allowing us to observe historical trends that answer the question I just posed. Historically, young people are more prone to radicalization when certain conditions are met, and the conditions I want to focus on in this video are economic instability and declining optimism, adults in...
Shimo says all art is gay. Not really. No, they're not really. There's like the Sistine Chapel and shit like that. There's great works of art out there that are actually important to society and actually like are good, right? Are good milestones as a civilization. But modern art is pretty fucking gay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have to lie. There's no way I could be like, oh, some of it's good. It's not. It's garbage. It's all hot garbage. But that's art in its own right? If art is an expression of the zeitgeist of the people of an era, and that specific particular era just gives hot shit, that's saying something, isn't it? That you look back at that and be like, wow, things must have sucked then, and it would be right. It would be correct. So in that way, it is accurate. It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. It is a reflection on our society, which is also disgusting.
Institutions failing to provide stable meaning and a sense of generational betrayal, and massive technological shifts. And if it isn't obvious to you already, all of these kind of work in tandem. One affects the other, and so forth and so forth. So
16 says, I would say I have a mirror on the other side of my toilet lid to check for the ball bag warts. I call them penis pimples, but most people call it AIDS. It's not AIDS, it's just warts.
Let's go over the first point,
It's not
economic
AIDS.
instability and declining
You do have AIDS, but that's not related to your warts.
optimism, using a time where mass radicalization...
It's just they're different. It was different nights. You know, they were different occasions. Different animals.
Of the youth reached a somewhat similar popularity as it has today, post-World War I Germany. Germany came out of the war defeated and humiliated, sending the economy into...
That means smoking, no smoking. Rauchen verboten is no smoking. That's no smoking.
Full hyperinflation. By 1923, the monthly inflation rate peaked around 29,500%, meaning prices were doubling every few days. $1, which cost 50 marks in 1920, was suddenly worth 4.2 trillion marks by November 9th.
Everybody was rich.
1923. Middle-class savings, pensions, and long-term wages were basically erased, and if you're young people watching your parents' finances vanish overnight, the message is pretty clear. The system doesn't work, and the adults in charge have no idea what they're doing. Hyperinflation got tamed by 1924, but the damage to trust was done. Then, the Great Depression hit. Industrial output fell by roughly 30%, and by 1932, around 6.1 million Germans were unemployed, about 1/3 of the working-age population. Historians writing about this period talk about a, quote, lost generation of jobless youth whose entire entry into adult life was barricaded. Being young in 1930s Germany often meant no job, no prospects, and no clear place in society.
You know what that means, fellas. You know what that means. Wow. Okay. I get where we're going. I can see it. Okay. All right. I know what it's about to happen. I get it. The whole swimming pools and, yeah, I get it.
Does that sound familiar? Now let's talk about how this funneled young people into extremist thinking. In this context, radical political groups became one of the only places
16.
offering a story that made...
Yes, I'm talking about my own ball warts. Yep, that's what it is.
Made sense out of the chaos and a path to feeling useful and important. On the far right, the Nazi Party and its orbit leaned hard into youth recruitment. After the crash, Nazi electoral support exploded from about 2% of the vote in 1928 to 38% by mid-1932, making them the largest party in the Reichstag. Paramilitary groups like the SA and earlier Freikorps units, often made up of men in their 20s, gave disoriented young guys uniforms, camaraderie, and a sense of political purpose. But the clearest example of this youth funnel is the Hitler Youth. Membership was relatively modest at the end of 1932, about 108,000 boys. But after the Nazis
It's not exactly modest.
took power and started suppressing rival youth organizations, membership skyrocketed to 2.3 million by 1933 and around 3.6 million by 1934.
Okay, so it got pretty big. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Hold on. Where did my music go? Whatever. We'll pick this. Thanks for coming, everybody. I hope you guys have a good night. A good weekend. Thanks for all the birthday donations. I really get that. I really appreciate... Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I hope you guys have a good weekend. You'll probably see me on Monday, and yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a good time and make me proud and all that bullshit. Anyways, drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep. Take care of yourselves because I care about you too. See you guys later. Bye.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth. To their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, rolling like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.